from the One Hot Minute CD. Jerry Cantrell of Alice in Chains is here.
Hello.
If we were doing a video, we would have to make out right now at the end of this song.
No, thank you. We'll leave that to Dave and Anthony. I think they got it covered.
What do you think about videos like that, man?
It's okay as long as he's not kissing me.
You know, I was at the Video Music Awards. MTV had it here at Radio City Music Hall, and the way that Anthony was looking at David, it was there's really some kind of sexual heat going on here between those two.
I don't know, man.
You think it's an act? I don't know.
I'm not going to touch that one.
Yeah, I'm not trying to get you to go down that way, but that was just
I'm
really
not going there. I'm not going to go.
Well, we were just talking about. Well, let's talk about Farrah Fawcett then.
Hey,
Playboy, man.
I'll talk plenty about that.
That was
man.
great, huh?
Those are some nipples to die for.
Jeez. Somebody gave me the magazine, and I didn't even know it was Farrah on the cover.
Ryan's a lucky man.
God, we're trying to figure out how old Farrah is.
She's got to be mid-40s, probably.
She looks great.
She looks hot. Yes.
Good. Tell me again about the Danzig
I just went and hung.
aphrodisiac. What was that he was telling you about?
Supposedly you take a little Guinness and you throw in some champagne and it drives the ladies wild.
Really?
Oh, that sounds disgusting to me.
Did you?
I didn't see it in action. This was just a...
This is Danzig's concoction.
Yeah, it's a concoction.
This is crazy. Yeah. Q104.3 New York's Pure Rock. We're going to get to Kiss here in just a second, but I wanted to talk to Jerry a little bit about the new CD, of course, with the three-legged
dog, Sunshine.
Whose dog is it?
She actually lives down in L.A. and her name's Sunshine. She's 11. She lost her leg when she was about 2, chasing cars. She was a car chaser. And after she recovered from losing her front leg, she got used to running around on 3 and started chasing cars again and broke another one. So I think they finally fenced her up. She's a little tenacious.
Now, you were going to call the album Tripod because of that, right?
No, we were never going to call the album Tripod. That was just a tentative thing.
Just somebody joking around?
Well, the album cover comes from Sean, our drummer, pretty much put the package together, and he did a great job on it. But it's basically from when he was a kid doing his paper route. There's this three-legged dog named Tripod, real vicious, like mythical dog on the block that used to chase him around. And so that's where the idea came from, anyway.
Wow. Great looking CD. It's been a long time in coming. I'm very excited about it.
Yeah, so am I, man.
Now, was it put together in 7 days, sort of like the EP was?
No, this took about 4 months. Yeah, about 4.5 months, April to August.
You know, I was Grind was the first record we played. Obviously, it was the first single released, and the first verse in it, where you write, "In the darkest hole, you'd be well advised not to plan my funeral before the body dies." Is that anything about the state of the band the last year or so? Like everybody was saying, the Alice in Chains is done, forget about them.
Take it how you want to take it, man.
Okay. That's the first thing that struck me about that.
It's pretty bold and pretty much there, so,
yeah.
You know.
It's New York's Pure Rock Q104.3, Jerry Cantrell. He will be at Tower tonight. Let me tell you all about that. Actually, let's play a couple more songs. We'll come back and we'll tell you about the appearance tonight down at Tower, and also Rockline tonight here on Q104.3, and we'll talk more about the Alice in Chains CD. New York's Pure Rock Q104.3, it's Kiss. New York's Pure Rock Q104.3, that's live from the Mental Jewelry CD a couple years back, and Pain Lies on the Riverside. And Kiss, Rock and Roll All Night live. Before that, it's Razz, Q104 forecast, clear early tonight, and then rain overnight in the 40s, cloudy and rainy tomorrow, high near 60, 51 right now. And Q104.3 broadcasting live from Tower Records in Manhattan tonight with Jerry Cantrell. A special edition of Q104.3's Rockline tonight. You can all be a part of this. We'll be hosting a listening session of the new Alice in Chains CD in the store tonight. It starts at 10:30. Rockline hits the radio at 11:30 with your chance to ask questions live on the radio. And then at midnight, the CD goes on sale. First 250 sold will be autographed copies. Happening tonight, Tower Records, 4th and Broadway, right here in Manhattan. And Jerry Cantrell is sitting right here in the Q104.3 studios. I got to tell you, this is a funny story. The first time anyone ever turned me on to Alice in Chains was back when I was working at WAAF in Boston. They had sent us the CD. Kip Winger is in the studio. I swear to God. He says to me, we're just talking, and he was asking me about, like, where do you think music's going to go in the 90s? And at the time, it was really hard to guess, you know, because we were just coming off that hair band stuff, you know. You know, and here's Winger asking me that, and, you know, you don't want to diss the guy, you know, right in front of them, you know. So I said, I don't know. And he mentioned, he goes, see if you have a CD back in your collection, Alice in Chains Facelift. Now, this is before Man in the Box actually came out. And you know what? He was on to something back then. Now,
thanks, Kip.
Yeah, I know. It was really funny.
That's hilarious.
That's crazy stuff.
It is.
Now,
good.
when Man in the Box came out, we were just talking here in the studio. That a lot of people were listening to it, like programmers going, "All right, this really sounds good, but are the listeners going to really dig it?" How are you guys feeling about that when Facelift first came out?
We've been on tour for about 8 months up to that point. We'd sold maybe 20,000 records.
Right.
So Columbia was about ready to go. Like, okay, guys, let's get another record going.
Right.
And we were on tour with the Clash of the Titans, and that's when that thing broke. And then it just went ape after that. You know, we sold over 500,000 copies of that record. It just kind of picked up from that tour and that single on. Yeah.
Would you say that that Man in the Box and Facelift probably set the stage for the 90s? Or could you credit Pearl Jam that?
Set the stage for us. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's real hard to comment on, you know, what we did and what that means to music.
Right.
I mean, it's nice to hear that, you know, that we're responsible for part of that, and we are, I suppose. But yeah, we just try to make the best music we can, record to record, you know, and it's something we've been real fortunate to do every time, in my mind, you know.
Now, this is just personal questions I want to ask you now, simply because I've been so interested in what you guys have been doing. Now, it's been a tough year for you, as far as the band is concerned. You seem to be...
It's been a tough year in the press. It's been tough for us.
I mean, all right, at least the fans know that the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame didn't work out, the tour didn't work out, you know. Some things were going on, and fans, actually, they do get concerned about people and their favorite bands.
Yeah.
Now, you seem to be the catalyst of interest in the band and holding things together. Is that a bad presumption on my part? Or maybe you can help clear it?
We all, you know, we all stick together, and we always have. Right. And we've weathered a hell of a lot worse than this. Although this has probably been the most sensational because of the success of the band and the level and all that. The knob keeps getting cranked up, if you will. But
now, how is your relationship with Lane over the past year?
No, it's just like it always has been, you know, from the start.
Are you worried about him at all, or?
I'm not worried about him. We just finished a great record with me, and we just spent about 7 months shoulder to shoulder in the studio. So we're doing fine, as you can probably tell if you listen to the record.
Well, we're going to play Sludge Factory here. Jerry Cantrell of Alice in Chains is here, and we'll play Sludge Factory after this on New York's Pure Rock Q104.3.
Cool. This just in.
New York's Pure Rock Q104.3. That's Korn. 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 That's the name of the CD, Blind. I think it rocks pretty hard, too.
It does.
Jerry Cantrell of Alice in Chains is here. Alice in Chains CD on sale midnight tonight. Tower 4th and Broadway. Be there. Jerry will be there, too, and we'll be playing some tracks from the CD. We'll get to some more of this music in just a little bit. Francisco Lentini on the back cover.
That's right.
Very cool. The three-legged man.
Yeah, we got it out of Ripley's Believe It or Not. Supposedly he was in Buffalo Bill's Wild West show, and he was an excellent soccer player and often used his third leg as a stool at the bar.
Where was his dillywhacker, though, man? Between which leg? Leg 1, 2, or 3?
Pretty anatomically correct. He's just got that leg coming out of his ass there.
Could you imagine if he had, like, 2 penises? Like one of them... You did?
No, I
was going to say.
I think he just had the leg. That would be super bold, having a third... Well, actually, he'd have 4 legs and 5 legs.
5 legs, man. Wow. There's my idol right there. Francisco.
The 5-legged man.
Really good artwork on the CD.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about that. You're saying that Sean did a lot of that?
Sean, Peter, and Mary did a really good job on that record. They pretty much put their heads together and came up with that. And that's probably, I'd say that's the best packaging we've had on any record so far.
There's a fish puking on this one picture. Yeah. Pretty interesting.
There's some weird stuff in there, big time.
Yeah. Wow. nice thing on frogs.
I think my favorite's the pig, though.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So now, I thought that Rooster was a great song. How much has your dad influenced you on any of this stuff? I know that you're pretty close with him on a lot of stuff.
Oh no, he made his day. He made his.
That was it.
Rooster was it.
That was the big splash.
Well, he got a pretty big splash on that.
Oh, he
got a video appearance and the tune, and it did real well. So I guess enough to last him for a few more years.
So tell me any stories about your dad. Like, did your dad ever tell you like, turn down that G-Dam guitar or anything like that when you were a kid?
Yeah, long-haired hippie.
Yeah?
Earrings in your hair.
Is your dad a flat top?
Pop was a serious Army man, but he's had it. I've seen some pictures with him with long hair. Occasionally whip a few of those out on him.
Yeah.
He just laughs about it. No, he's a good guy.
So what does he say now about, the success of the band?
Oh, he loves it, man. He's totally cool. He keeps asking me, when are you going to go out on the road, boy? He wants to come out and tour with us again.
Really?
It's on every tour. I take him out for about a week.
What was it like when you were first starting in the guitar, you first getting up on stage, and like you're playing this hard music, and there's your dad right in the club?
It was pretty trippy, man, but he was always there, you know. I mean, when we started out touring, like I said, every tour we go through, I pick him up for about 3, 4, 5 days, and he'll hang with us and me and the boys on the bus, and he fits right in.
That's cool.
It's still hard to keep up with him, man. He's like 54.
That is really amazing. You know, when you know, I hope, you know, that I'm now here rock and roll, that like when my kid is growing up, that I will be so in tune to his music that I'm not going to be alienating him on that
Well, I mean, I don't think he'd make any bones about saying that he listens to it a whole lot, because he sure don't go home and listen to like We Die Young or anything. But, you know, he likes Sap and Jar of Flies and of course Rooster and stuff. But I think he's just proud of what we do, and that's cool, man. He respects me on my own level, you know, doing what I do, even though maybe he might not be into it personally. Like, he doesn't go around. He'd much more crank Willie or Waylon.
Yeah.
And so would I, for that matter.
Luke and Buck Texas.
Then listen to any of our stuff. Ain't nobody feeling no pain.
Yeah, Melissa, some good stuff. Q104.3. Let's do some Black Crowes here, and we'll get back to some more Alice in Chains here off Alice in Chains in just a second.
Buck, Texas.
I was just thinking about that song the other day.
Yeah. I mean, that's a great tune.
Ain't nobody feeling no pain in Luckenbach, Texas.
Waylon and Willie and the boys.
Q104.3. New York's Pure Rock Q104.3. Smashing Pumpkins there. Bullet with Butterfly Wings. And Melancholy Infinite Sadness. Smashing Pumpkins. Alice in Chains. New CD. In stores. Midnight tonight. This is God Am. Q104.3. Q104.3, New York's Pure Rock. From Alice in Chains, God Am. Jerry Cantrell is here.
Yeah.
This goes on sale tonight at midnight.
Yep.
And we're going to be a part of Tower Records thing. And we'll be with Jerry tonight, do a listening session of the new CD. Yeah, stop by. 10:30 for that. Then Rock Line, 11:30 Coast to Coast. 1-800-344-ROCK, 11:30. And Alice in Chains. Jerry will be here in New York, and the rest of the band in Seattle. So check that out right here. And, of course, if you line up tonight, the first 250 people will get autographed copies of the Alice in Chains CD. So check that out. Tower Records tonight, 4th and Broadway here in Manhattan. Of course, we want to talk about the tour a little bit. You were saying that we were talking to some listeners off the air here. Sometime after the first of the year, possibly.
Yeah, we just finished the record. I mean, we've actually we finished the record in August and September, basically. So we've really cranked up the heat to get it out before the end of the year, which has been really good. So we've been taking care of mostly press, and will be for the next month and a half or so. So the tour question basically won't even be addressed until after the first of the year.
We played Bullet with Butterfly Wings from Smashing Pumpkins.
Great record.
That's a great song.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the state of the way bands are these days? We were talking a little bit off the air about, you know, Black Sabbath stayed together years and years and years and years, and then nowadays you get some bands that go 2-3 years, like, you know, Jane's Addiction, and now Smashing Pumpkins want to call it off. I mean, how do you feel about that? What's the state of music?
I don't know. I mean, I don't really see it being any different than it was. I mean, it's a very high stress situation. You know, it's like not only are you you start out working with your buds and your friends, but you're also business partners and, in one sense, married to each other at the same time. So, you know, I mean, we're all human. You know, nobody's superhuman doing this, and sometimes it gets kind of tough, you know, with all the press, the assumptions, rumors, and stuff like that. But you got to try to put that stuff beside you and just kind of keep to what you always wanted to do. And you know, who knows where we're going to end up? Who knows where the Pumpkins will end up? You know, I mean, hopefully it'll be 20 years down the road. We'll still be doing stuff, you know, but if that's not the case, then so be it, you know. Right. You know.
What would you be doing if you weren't in this band?
Be playing music in some form or another, I'm sure. Yeah. Probably start up a country band. Try to reform the Outlaws and become an outlaw.
There you go. Q104.3 New York's Pure Rock. Let's check in with Dammit Janet and Q104.3 Shadow Traffic Update.
All right, Raz, we got some problems getting to the George Washington Bridge.
Q104.3 New York's Pure Rock. There's Foo Fighters there with I'll Stick Around.
Good song.
Very therapeutic album.
Yeah, very, very good record. I'm totally blown away by that one.
Did all the instruments by himself.
I know, that's what blows me away,
Great
man.
stuff.
I really wasn't aware that Dave played that much guitar, but man, he was ripping it up.
Yeah.
Let alone singing, you know.
Can you do it, some project like that yourself?
I do. I just did one.
well, no, as producer, sure, but I mean, can you play every instrument?
Just my own thing. No,
Yeah.
I can't play drums worth of crap. No.
Right. What else?
Anything else I could cover pretty much.
Right.
Stringed instruments and vocals, that's happening, but I can't keep a beat worth a damn. Sean's been trying for years to try to get me going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of the most amazing things I ever saw was James Hetfield at last Metallica tour when he plays that echo with Lars on stage. That guy can play. I didn't realize he was that good of a drummer.
Right.
He does a great job.
Yeah, I think the only thing I got going is maybe a real poor version of When the Levee Breaks. That's about the only thing I can get in.
Jerry Cantrell of Alice in Chains is here. The new CD on sale tonight at Tower Records at midnight. Now, the first 250 people that buy the CD will get an autographed copy. Okay, so stop on by for that. Also at 10:30, Jerry will be in the store. I'll be hanging out with him. We'll be playing the CD, some tracks, and talking a little bit about the music. And then Jerry will be on Rockline at 11:30 tonight, right here on Q104.3, 1-800-344-ROCK. You can talk to him yourself. And it's all happening exclusively at Tower tonight, 4th and Broadway, brought to you by New York's Pure Rock Q104.3. So we will see you there.
Yeah,
and
thanks for having me, and
anytime.
Thank you, New York.
It's cool stuff. And now, tell me a little bit about this song here, Heaven Beside You.
Heaven Beside You. It's a good song. It's just about...
good sex.
It's, no, it's not about good sex.
Oh, it's the first thing I thought of. I wonder why.
It's about having something real nice right next to you, but dealing with your own stuff inside you. You don't even pay attention to what's right in front of your face.
That's cool.
It's basically what it's about.
Do me a favor, don't bring these friends that you had here again today.
I know, they
Peter
totally
is
destroyed-
breaking the chair over here and all
the
this
place.
stuff. And
See, bring Alice in Chains in. We're messy babies.
no, you guys are
Break the
cool.
place.
These hangers-on over here.
Very nice.
Q104.3. We'll see you later, Jerry.
All right,
Okay, this is Heaven Beside You from Alice in Chains, Q104.3.
Thanks a lot.
All right.